I'd miss that face, you know. The Orthon is nothing. I'll have my satisfaction when Raphael makes good on his word. I'm glad you had your fun, then. I am here to provide an endless array of delights. The Orthon is nothing. I'll have my satisfaction when Raphael makes good on his word. Thank you for helping me. It was very kind. The Orthon is nothing. I'll have my satisfaction when Raphael makes good on his word. In an old pair of boots, in an abandoned outhouse, in my own bedroll. The devil turns up where it pleases him, but we're bound to run into him soon. The Orthon is nothing. I'll have my satisfaction when Raphael makes good on his word. I'm glad you had your fun, then. I am here to provide an endless array of delights.
Shah's blessings upon you. ready for you.
Let's move.
There's no time to waste.
That's the last one. The inner sanctum is within reach now.
So much blood. What the hell's has been happening here? Open up. Don't mind if I do.
A foul totem of agony, mounted with sadistic relish. The mirrors here seem to not reflect light, but devour it.
Wonder what's past this. There was magic within this mirror once, consuming magic, but it's shattered now.
The mirror is shattered and beyond any use.
That's curious.
In darkness, truth. In shadows, justice. In the Dark Lady's name. Always.
Everything is clear.
Blackets will be done.
Looking ahead.
Do you know what happens when a devil is struck down on this charming plane of existence? It returns to the hells, to the very point where it last stood before venturing to whichever devil-forsaken plane it died on. In the case of our friend Yrgir, the Orthon you so handily dispatched in the Temple of Shah, he manifested in my House of Hope. He returned to me chastened but intact. His wounds healed, his body restored. He thought I would dismember him. But he has his uses, so instead, I am re-educating him.
We delivered the devil. Now I want what I'm owed. We had a deal.
Indeed, we did. I discovered all there is to know about those scars of yours. It's a rather grim tale. Even for my tastes. As you wish. Brace yourself, Astarion. We're about to unveil your destiny. Carved into that ivory skin of yours is one part of an infernal contract between the archdevil Mephistopheles and your former master, Cazador Zar. In full, the contract states that Cazador will be granted knowledge of an infernal ritual so vile it has never been performed. The rite of profane ascension. It promises to be a marvelous ceremony, very elaborate, incredibly ancient, and entirely diabolical. If he completes the rite, he will become a new kind of being, the Vampire Ascendant. All the strengths of his vampiric form will be amplified, And alongside them, he will enjoy the luxuries of the living. The arousals and appetites of man will return to him. And unlike Astarion, he will have no need of a parasite to protect him from the sun. But the ritual has its price, as all worthwhile things do. Lord Cazador will need to sacrifice a number of souls, including all of his vampiric spawn, if he is to ascend. Imagine how he felt then, when one of those precious spawns simply disappeared into thin air. The only missing ingredient is Astarion. You are the final piece he requires to complete the ritual. Your scars bind you to it. Your soul will set off a very wave of death, bringing Cazador his twisted life. And that, my tragic and toothsome friend, is that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business elsewhere.
Do you think it's so simple? The idea definitely has appeal. I could get rid of the worm in my head and still walk in the sun. I'd finally be free of the hunger. And if I'm the key to this deal of Cazador's, perhaps I can turn this to my advantage. I need to take the fight to him, and I need you to help me. Thank you. Yes, darling.
Wish I could say I was surprised about Cazador's pact. Where blood, death, and betrayal parade, you can bet your ass a devil is riding Grand Marshal. We're going to keep Astarion safe. On my life, Cazador won't touch him. Fuck yes.
Hello, my sweet. Before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble. A little reclusive, perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure. I hope so, because I'm not striking another deal with Raphael. Knows what he'd demand this time. But if the citizens of Baldur's Gate don't know anything, my brothers and sisters might. Cazador is a master of secrets, but the other spawn must have seen something. Yes, darling. I was so hoping you'd say that. Until later, then.
Full-fledged vampires are not so easily slain. Astarion's master will be no exception. Fortunate for him, slaying monstrous fanatics is a pastime of ours. It is done.
I can't imagine how Astarion must be feeling. The terms of your own condemnation carved into your skin. Monsters' actions. And monsters do not deserve such power as that ritual promised. When the time comes, Astarion will have his revenge, I'm sure. And it will be richly deserved. But not yet. So, what can I do for you?
It seems like Cazador used Astarion's flesh not as a canvas, but as a contract. We haven't heard the last of this, I'll wager.
Our very own vampire's the missing pawn in his master's deadly game. Now, how about we go and reverse Cazador's fortunes? That's the spirit. A hero at heart.
Can't give up now. intestines throb. Blood whispers.
I did miss that face, you know. Trust no one.
All is ashen meat.
Jahira to come up with one.
I don't.
I do.
That's why we're still standing around.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Daniel and me are climbing up a tree.
He keeps saying Thaniel's name. He must know more. We need to rouse him. Good. Its music might help restore him. Show it to him.
Mm-hmm. Thaniel! He's still trapped there. He needs help.
Calm. Breathe. You've been trapped in the Shadowfell for a century. Take a moment to clear your mind.
A century? You're Halsin. Thaniel said to find you. You must help him, please.
I will, but I need to know where Thaniel is. If I venture into the Shadowfell blind, I will never find him.
I'm not sure I can put it into words. The landscape there shifts and changes. Lavender. Whenever I saw Thaniel, I always smelled lavender.
I can work with that. Rest now. Meet me by the lakeshore. I have what we need to proceed, but I'll need your help. Be ready. This may prove perilous.
Thaniel will be so scared there alone. We looked after each other for such a long time. I hope he's all right.
I'll say a prayer to Timora for your good luck. A copper to the lady returns tenfold in gold. And maybe something that will help you and Halsin too.